Hello everybody and welcome back to Let's Play KotOR2 with me, Varix. We've wandered out here during my test recording, but now we can go back in. I don't think there's anything we really need to do. So I could do the fighting pit, but as I've said before, and I'll say it again, a character who can do everything is boring, you know? Alright, so I could wear armor in it and I could put myself full of these, but no, I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna go. I know I'm tempted to give a little bit of feedback on the feedback I've been getting, but I won't. I am gonna do my utmost to try and actually act upon that feedback, and if I don't plan to, let people know in the comments. That is my part. For your part, I have two requests. Okay, first of all, remember it's a game. And the game is more about the mechanics. We have a story, we have characters, we have stuff going on. We have a commentator commentating over it, you know. So there's more about than just what is happening in the game, and if I'm using these, and if I'm using the right one of these, and stuff like that, okay? The second part is to read other people's comments, maybe. Check if they've said the same thing you have. I don't get that many, you know, which is good and the bad thing. You know, if I got loads, if I got reams and reams and reams of them, I would understand. But just a little scroll down, just see, has anybody mentioned what I'm about to say? Oh, they have. Oh, I won't bother. That'll save him reading it twice, 3, 4, 5 times. Which has kind of been happening lately. Yeah, I have a bit of a stretch, Anna. I'm just getting that off my chest, but I will, for my part, try to be a bit more diligent in doing stuff that you guys suggest. For example, you know, using... I forgot that my character doesn't use... I'm trying to get better at this kind of thing as well, even though I don't find it very intuitive, I must admit. She's not very good at computers, whereas she is. I should have used her to hack the computer, I get that. You know, that was my mistake, I get that. So trying to do stuff like that, and the crafting and everything, I will try and do that. But for your part, can you remember that there is a person playing this game, and there is more to the game than the game, if you see what I mean, as we proceed from now on, because yeah, I'm going on a bit, but the comments are being a bit dour, I gotta say, in terms of their content, and it's making me feel a bit dour, guys, you know, so lighten up a bit, you know, have a bit of a laugh, chill out, yeah, just a little bit. Thanks. Alright, we're gonna talk to Mandalore, we're gonna get off this moon, here we go.
Kelborn said you dispatched some covert military scouts in the jungle with him. He spoke highly of your work. Zuka told me you helped out with some repairs around the base. I was hoping you'd prove yourself more with a lightsaber, but it's certainly a great help. The gate guard said you managed to kill Zakek. Those are tough beasts, Jedi. You've earned some respect around here. Zarga told me that you returned one of our sheep to the herd. You have gained some small prestige by helping Kumas. How many Kanaks did you have to kill to find those parts for Zuka? That was a tremendous help. I won't forget it. You've made quite a reputation around here. You did better than I thought you could. I was planning on heading to Iziz tomorrow, but I'll move up the timetable and take you now.
You don't mind that I robbed you?
You'll be able to get to the Ebon Hawk from the city. If you need to grab anything from your ship, I'd do it now.
Okay, well, the lightsaber thing is BS, man, because I couldn't use it in the fight that I couldn't get past. Okay, that I refused to get past because it's a character limitation. I beat the fight when I could use my lightsaber and the force powers and everything. Yeah, what? I set off the let's tell him about that. I set off 2 actually, but you know, one didn't count.
I know, it made quite a racket. Good work.
Alright, I had to fight a pack of bombers. It's nice, it's a cool story, bro.
That's to be expected. They don't really like it when someone makes loud noise in their territory.
Loud noises? You knew that would happen?
It wouldn't be much of a test if all you had to do was take a hike through the jungle, now would it? You're alive, in one piece, and learn something about the beasts of the jungle.
Oh, I got a double-bladed lightsaber! Oh! The Kriya can't use. Yes, I know I've got another lightsaber, but I don't want to have it.
All scouts report in.
Because my character isn't... it's like an offhand thing, I think. I know, like, it's... wait a minute, where is it? It's a short lightsaber. I know it's technically better than that, but you never see anyone in Star Wars using a short lightsaber, especially as their primary weapon. And I know that's the only thing available and everything, but I just don't like the idea of her using a short lightsaber. I prefer her using her Sith tremor sword. You know, which could be on par with it anyway. So I didn't forget about it. Thank you. You know, it's because I didn't do what you thought I should do. It doesn't mean I forgot. I just didn't do. Anyway, yeah, we got to go back to the ship. I think that means, you know, we can all reorganize our party. Possibly. But about the third ship.
Are you ready to go to Iziz yet? Kelborn told me that they were covert military and probably aligned with Colonel Tobin from Iziz. Kelborn doesn't think they'll send out any more scouts, but that doesn't mean there aren't more of them out there.
What do you know of Colonel Tobin?
Colonel Tobin is General Vaklu's right-hand man. Despite his martial skill, he handles himself as a functionary more than a warrior. Back when we were fighting Vaklu's resistance during the Mandalorian Wars, Vaklu wouldn't have any use for a poisonous Kinrath like Tobin. But Vaklu seems to have adapted well to peacetime.
What about Onderon?
When you were last here, you probably didn't even go to Onderon. The Republic knew that Onderon's fate would be decided on its jungle moon, not the planet itself. To begin with, when you talk about Onderon, you're really talking about the ancient walled city of Iziz. It's the only inhabited settlement on the planet.
Why'd you travel there?
We're not self-sufficient here. We need supplies. Iziz is the only place to go for them in this system. Not much choice. Which is unfortunate, because their animosity towards Mandalorians makes it inconvenient to go there.
Yeah. Who's in charge of it?
It depends on who you ask. Queen Talia rules from the royal palace, but her cousin, General Vaklu, has a great deal of power in Iziz as well. They disagree about many things, just like their citizens. We fought General Vaklu during the war, and he is a worthy adversary. Queen Talia is young and hardly a match for him.
Is it part of the Republic?
Onderon is a recent addition to the Republic, joining during one of the darker eras in Republic history. Since joining, the Republic has endured many wars and great battles. The people of Onderon don't possess the resolve and strength needed in these times. Many of them want to break away from the Republic. They want to go back to an earlier age when they could cower behind their walls. Their spinelessness made them easy to conquer.
That's all I wanted to know.
I don't blame you. They're sad people. I have some things to look into. I'll talk to you later.
Alright. Okay, yeah, and further on the comments, I don't want to seem too harsh because I know I could do a lot worse than you guys. I do appreciate your patience and everything. It's certainly not abusive in any way. I always feel bad, and I always I try to resist commenting on the comments. So, but it's with doing 2 blind Let's Plays of RPGs that people really care about. I get a lot of advice on them, which is good, but when it overtakes the fun of LPing, you know, and it's all just mechanics and all rules and all choices in the game and everything, you see where I'm getting from? You know, see where I'm coming from? When I'm just reading that, a game's more about that, you know. So, but equally, I know that I'm frustrating to watch. So. And yeah, so I kind of get why you guys would want to rant to me sometimes about that. Alright, anyway, we could go back to the ship. He said we could, let's do that. Although, I guess we should actually walk there, because I'll enter it again, there might be another cutscene. Might be a little while, but we'll get there. And I tell you what, I'm going to do something I've never done before. Get out the way, and click on that upgrade bench. Let's see what we can make of there. That might be a big portion of this video, by the way. Yeah. I missed some loot. Yeah, see, that works. there's that. Oh, that way. Thank you, remote droid. You did much better than this remote droid, that's for sure. Even though I spent more resources on the first one. So do I want to mix up my party a little bit? Or do I want to go with these guys? Or girls? I don't know. I might not have to decide that for a little while anyway as we go back here. There it is.
About time you showed up. Mandalore ordered me to report here and escort you wherever you need to go on Duxon.
Ah. Fast travel. Why would I need an escort?
You want to hike through this jungle for hours? Go ahead.
I just
But
did.
I can get you where you want to go a lot faster and safer than you crashing through the undergrowth like a drunk boner.
Alright. Well, I'm finding my own for now.
I'll guard your vessel then.
Thanks.
The path to the camp hasn't been patrolled recently.
Yeah, I'll use you later to get back. Alright, see if anything happens.
Command, you will talk. Defiant statement. There is nothing you can do to me.
This.
Do your worst. Agonized exclamation. My photoreceptors! My photoreceptors! Statement. I shall up the charge of your circuits next time. Now, answer the question. Posturing statement. I will never talk. Statement. Then I will have to settle for your screams.
That is one sick droid.
Statement. My prisoner has revealed something of interest. Allow me to share it with you. Statement. The facility that is creating these cruder, unsophisticated versions of me is located on Telos. I propose we go there and turn it into a smoldering crater.
Yeah, let's do that. Alright, brilliant. So we got that now. We can go to Telos and do that. Wherever that is. Or is that completed? Okay. You will need to send HK-47 to the factory so that he can face his clones and rid you of this menace. Oh, so it's a thing just for him. It's pretty neat. Look at this thing. Look at this. So, if I use it to upgrade items, this is all that's equipped. As far as I can tell, it doesn't tell me who has what equipped. I obviously have this equipped now, so I can upgrade that. Do I have anything for that? No. Do I have anything for... Oh, wait, thank you. This? No. Alright, so what are we using here? Damage bonus. Alright, so it's one or the other. Which one have I got? Probably energy. Yeah, alright. Alright, I don't think there's anything new here really though, is there? Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. That's what I know I can upgrade. Alright, so somebody told me of a way to scroll between characters when I'm in the ship so I can find out what they're wearing and such. There we go. No? There we go. Okay, it's... And I can level them here as well, which is kind of nice. Is it a tad slow or just a bit finicky? I guess it's finicky. Alright, I don't like this. Whatever it is, it's not worth it. Stealth, resistance versus sonic. All that, I think... Oh, hang on a minute. It's the same thing. It looks like the same bloody thing. Oh, God. And that's that. And that's that. Alright, so we don't have anything that doesn't look horrible apart from this. Now. Oh yeah, he can't have this either because he won't have the correct specializations. Except I can't get into his specializations from this screen, which is somewhat irritating. Alright, nevertheless. Now I know you're all saying that this rib jacket is sort of his and it's like the best thing ever, but I don't know. Alright, saves all plus and defense bonus 4. Surely there are better things like that though. Surely there are better things. I get the whole like thing of this is kind of how he looks. Same as with Mira. You know, that's her look, and it is. She even mentions it as part of her character being, you know, that is the armor that was the clothing that she wears because it's how she does things, you know, to distract men and you know, get bounties on them and such. But I haven't seen. But equally, you know, she could undo the top that she's got a little bit if she wants to and such. But I haven't heard Atten say anything about what he's wearing. So, sorry, I'm poking around a little bit. Besides, I want to get to him. So you still can't get that either. But we can level you up. Except I can't. Saying this is a little clunky. A little clunky, but I can't level him up. Because he's not in my party. Alright, let's get him the melee shield or whatever. He's already got an energized shield, so it's fine. Because there are things that you could really use, but yeah. Anyway, let's just level stuff up. Let's just upgrade items. Let's just upgrade items and just see where we are. Because I know this I can upgrade with things because this is. Oh, I see. Wait a minute. There's nothing of that, but I do have things of these, right? There we go. No, I forgot what I was saying. Alright, there we go. See, I know I've got the disruptor rifle, I think. Oh, it's upgraded. This Krath battle suit. I've only got 2 of those. Armor. This is what we need to work out for Mira, is what is the best armor for her. She's currently wearing the ceremonial armor, which is defense bonus 5, and that's it. And immunity versus criticals, which is nice. There's this one, which is the same defense bonus. No, actually, it's less. It gives 10% resistance immunity. So I guess it is the best armor that she can currently wear. Let's put this back on. Alright. Yeah. I gotta say, despite me changing it, that might be better. Well, no, the resistance of 5 versus... This kind of works for her. I'm going to put it on, just see what she looks like. I know it's robes and stuff, she doesn't really fit robes, does she? Nah, that doesn't look at all. That's my old outfit. That is my old outfit. Nah, I don't like that on her at all. But I think, you know, Persuade and Charisma, that kind of works for her, doesn't it? But no, we'll put on her old clothes then. If I can, oh no. If I can upgrade her old clothes. Hang on. Not upgradable. Whereas this... is it? Because that might end up being better. Yeah, so you can upgrade this, so it is better. Though I know that's not entirely the point. Ooh. I don't think you really need it though, do you? That's the other thing. So we'll just leave that for you. So we'll assemble that. So the battle suit, I imagine, is Boa does. So we'll get him that and that. Why not? Alright, now let's go with range stuff. I don't know who's got what, but I know, like, Mandalorian Ripper is probably what we've just found. So yeah, let's get the crippling scope. Let's get the damage bonus. Oh, hang on. I did other stuff as well. Type modifier. Less defense, but I don't think that matters too much for Mira because you don't get hit too much. And extra criticals for you, I think. Alright, assemble. The Scout Foster, I don't think I'm using anymore. Yeah, I'm not. It's not even equipped, so that's a bit of a clue, isn't it? Okay, fine, fine. I get it. I get it. Can't see what she currently has, but yeah, we'll leave it. Blaster rifle's probably what Ayana has. Alright, and yeah, we've kind of upgraded this, haven't we? Okay. So I'll leave that for now. But yeah, I've upgraded some stuff. So who do I want to take to the planet with me? Might as well keep the same party, I guess. It's working pretty well. Yeah. We'll have a girls outing. I'll take a different setup to the next planet.
Ready to head back to camp?
Yes.
Follow me then.
Thank you. That's nice. That's a nice little thing. All right, let's get there. I know that I've kind of delayed it a little bit there, but I know a lot of you wanted me to upgrade things, so I have. Maybe not very well, but I have. But do remember, this game is not difficult.
Are you ready to go to Iziz yet?
Yeah.
I'm going to talk with Zuka and have him start a shuttle flight check. After that, we'll head out. How are the port stabilizers?
They check out Mandalore. All systems are green.
Good. I want the shuttle bound for Onderon within the hour. What do you want?
Is all in readiness?
It is. Like I promised. Why? You want to back out now?
My only concerns are for the one you escort to Onderon, Mandalorian. Would you do any less for one of your clan?
Don't pretend to understand us. We Mandalorians are a breed apart.
If by apart you mean scattered, broken, and lost, then yes, you are correct.
Not for long. Soon the Mandalorians will be strong again, united as one clan under one banner. Mine.
Ah, yes, the Great Crusade, after the first one was ended by Revan and the Jedi. Such a defeat was merciful, an echo of the end, when your ships were in flames, crushed in the grip of Malachor V. But I do not need to remind you of such things.
I was at Malachor 5, and I remember how many Jedi died to stop us there. And no matter how many dead orbit that planet, the Mandalorians still live. Clan Ordo still lives. See Kex there? He was serving on Nar Shaddaa as muscle for the Hutts. Kelborn was a scout for the Duros on Frontier Worlds. I brought them here, gave them a purpose. This galaxy will be ours again, I promise you. That is the future.
Indeed. The future is always in motion. It is a difficult thing to see. Perhaps there will be no New Age Mandalore, no great Mandalorian crusade. Perhaps your people fought their last battle at Malachor V, and you have been dying ever since, a quiet death that will last centuries. And perhaps all that remains will be what I see before me. A man wounded by a Jedi, encased in a Mandalorian shell, hunted by the thought of being the last of the Mandalorians.
You've got some guts talking to me like that. You think your age or your Jedi whelp are going to keep you safe from me?
No, Mandalore, you are wrong. I hope that it is you who will keep the one I travel with safe. You are loyal, and you have served many masters, even when they abandoned you. Do you wonder where he wanders now, Mandalore? Why he gave you your orders, then abandoned you at the edge of the galaxy?
How do you know that?
I know many things, and I can answer the question that burns within your shell, Mandalore. But there is a price. You must keep the one I travel with safe. She is important to me, more important than anything. Show the same loyalty you have shown in the past, Mandalore. If there is a Mandalorian crusade, let it be for something that will carry your people's memory into the future. So when the time comes when there are no more Mandalorians, then at least their honor will remain. The one I travel with has walked your same path, and I ask that when the end comes, that you remember that kinship, even if it seems there is nothing else left.
Forget the Jedi. Keep your eyes on her.
So that wouldn't have happened if she wasn't with us.
1, 2, 3. Mandalorians, we've got company. Stealth targets have breached our perimeter.
Looks like we're not just heading away then, is it?
Wait a moment. I sense there is a disturbance in the camp. Our enemy has tracked us here. I did not expect them so soon. How did they get here, I wonder? Regardless, we must eliminate them all. None of them can escape. Our whereabouts must remain a secret. Let us join the battle. Our allies will need our help.
Oh, I got the experience for them. That's cool. Okay. I don't see how this is going to change at all. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Even though this has been so cool! So cool! No. I'm happy with the way things are, I think. Yeah. Ah, so it's a Sith. Well, thank you for telling me again. Now you don't mind the Force so much, do you? Do you? Oh.
Seems trouble follows you on a regular basis. I think it's best for both of us if we head to Iziz immediately. Grab your gear. My men will take care of cleaning up the mess.
Go on, Mira! Yeah, it's really saying, you can pick other people for this, which I like. I do like. Oh, hello. Where the hell did you come from? You're a soldier. Tech specialist, scoundrel, expert droid, combat droid. I'm an expert at being a droid. Scout, expert droid, Jedi Sentinel, consular. I bet this is going to be a Wookiee. Just saying, because a lot of the, unless it's just because it's based on off the same engine, but a lot of the equipment is like may not be used by Wookiees, and so none of us are Wookiees. So bringing him along is. The conversation that Kriya had with him does lend itself almost to her leaving the party for now. Maybe she's, old and tired. Maybe the jungle, has got into her joints and such. Maybe I should bring along Mandalore and Mira. He's actually with me now. So he's joined the party. That's really interesting. I never expected him to be a joinable NPC. But yeah, I'm gonna let Kriya stay here. I think so. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna just take Mira. Mandalore.
Vaklu's saying that the Republic ship attacked first? That's madness!
Unfortunately, lie or not, it's a madness people will believe.
The timing of this is atrocious. A space battle above our skies, so many of our fighters lost?
Curiously, only Tobin's men were involved in that battle.
That shooter!
Strong word, Your Majesty, but there is no good time for news like this. I recommend we continue with our plan.
But won't that bring even more followers to Vaklu's side? Increasing his power?
For a time, perhaps. But we both know he's not the true threat. It's his unseen support from the shadows that we must drag out into the light. Then, and only then, can we strike.
I fear by then it will be too late.
Here we are, the city of Iziz. It's been shut down tight for months now. General Vaklu is close to declaring martial law. We won't be able to travel too far in the city. Fortunately, I have a friend in this quarter of the city. He's a doctor by the name of Dagon Gent. His office is on the other side of the market square. It might be best if you do the talking around here. The Onderonians have a mixed view of Mandalorians after we conquered their world.
Yeah, bringing him along is going to be pretty interesting. Also, he leveled up, so we can find out a little bit about him. And I'll tell you what, because I spent so much time in upgrading items and talking about other things not directly pertaining to the game, I'm going to play for a little bit more. Treat you guys. And level this dude up. So he is a fighter, hence constitution and strength and decent everything else. He's only level 5, so we're going to bear that in mind, because we've got a long way to go. Also, let's see what kind of feats and such he has already. So skills, hardly any. He can treat injury, which kind of makes sense. Otherwise, I reckon he will not be well equipped at anything. Feats, on the other hand, he can use heavy armor, which is really useful because we have a whole load of that. And he's the guy who can use this upgrade that we've got. Blaster rifles is his bag. He's pretty tough. He can use weapons in close combat, which is nice. Ranged weapons in close combat. Allows him to shrug off fear and horror effects. Receives a +2 defense for every 6 levels. Okay, very nice. And implant switching. Mandalore has a series of implant modifications installed on him. He can switch between these as often as he likes. He can choose between constitution, strength, or agility. That's really sweet. That is really pretty snazzy. So where is that? Where do I pick that? Or is that in his... Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's it. Well, he doesn't really need strength, does he? Yeah, constitution. Good. That's neat. Alright, let's see what else he's got. Skills! Yeah, well, not much point with this, is there? I guess he'll be aware, but yeah. This is where it gets good. So, let's start at the bottom. Okay, so, precise shot. I imagine... No, he doesn't get this automatically, does he? Stealth run? No. Let's just skip that for now. Start at the bottom, but not right at the bottom. Mobility, 10% faster than normal. Finesse with melee weapons. It doesn't have... No, I don't want that. I don't want that. I don't want that. And then we're back up to the combat things. So let's see. Increases damage done with ranged weapons by 1. Also applies a -2 penalty to any attempt to deflect the blaster bolt. Right, and this is passive. This is just continuous. So he will hit, you know, if he wants to. So that's where I'm going to go, unless I see something else really awesome. For example, extra... the thing is with this party, as it is, we don't have anybody who can tank, if you like. I mean, I'm going to send Diana in there. I suppose, you know, she has... we got shields and stuff we can use, but we got 2 ranged damage dealers and a force user. I don't think I have too much trouble with famous last words and all that. See, I can give him melee weapons as well, and make him switchable in that role, so I can give him heavy blaster and melee weapons, and then that will lend itself towards toughness because he already has heavy armor. Other than that, we've got caution, critical strike, and all these kind of things. Flurry and gearhead, meh. Conditioning for saving throws. I don't know how many of these feats he's going to get as a soldier. I think I like the idea of giving him melee weapons and maybe upgrading his. You know, we can just switch to strength when he's in combat, and then I don't know. We'll kind of see. Yeah, all right, we'll do that. This may take a little while. We definitely need treat injury on him, but I don't think it's going to be a big thing. So we'll grab that, and that's done. All right. Now he keeps getting feats, which is nice. I think we'll upgrade his dexterity, because ranged attack and defense means that that'll work good for both. If we're using him as a tank, or if we're using him as a ranged damage dealer, because it helps with both of those. We can upgrade his strength when he's in combat, and we can rely on his constitution, his armor, rather than the constitution. So I'm going to upgrade his dexterity, I believe, which is probably the bad thing to do, but that's just what I decided to do on the fly. And yeah, more feats. This guy is going to be feat heavy, isn't he? So he's already got that. So now we can go into toughness to give him more vitality. Get that one next, and then go with precise shot, I reckon. Yeah, more feats. So that one, thank you. Okay, level 9 already. Yeah, so he's got that, these, and he's got these. So he's not going to use blaster rifles. I could give him the power blast, increases the missile damage by 12, but attacks are made at penalty to -3 to hit. The critical multiplier is increased by 1. If it will also knock back targets. That's kind of nice. I might use that. And that combined with this can actually work really well. So yeah, let's give him that. I don't think we have too far to go really before we've leveled him. But yeah, so we've got that. So let's increase his, hit by 1 to off-balance the power attack thing. And we'll do the same again. Okay, so his dexterity is increasing slowly but surely, and so are these. Give him some more precise shot for +2, so that sort of like sets him even now when he uses that, which I think he'll default to, and he'll just like blast things to bits, essentially. And yeah, we're gonna go for precise shot, I reckon, so we'll heal a bit more. So he should hit quite a bit and do quite a lot of damage. And then we'll equip him with some nice heavy armor, which of course we'll need upgrading. Alright, can't use that, which I'm taking as a good sign that we've sort of leveled this guy up pretty well. So we can get improved close combat, which is probably a decent idea to do, since nothing else is really charging apart from this. Yeah, I think actually conditioning for more armor, physical, yeah, saves, so that he resists more stuff thrown at him. Yeah, +2 to saving rolls, and we'll actually get another one at that. So that's pretty sweet. All right. I'm glad that I made extra time to play around in menus, because earlier I played around in menus. Ah, yes. Alright, so now we have all the conditioning. We can get this. What was the other thing I almost got? Yeah, I won't bother with that too much, I think. And there we go. Right, let's equip him with some decent stuff, shall we? Pretty sweet. Alright then. So let's see. So you can't have that, because you don't have the constitution required, which is a shame, but never mind. We can give him the extra dexterity. Yeah, that'll help. Also, yeah, energy shields and energy shields and such. Alright, let's see. Ah, that really works for me. Immunity to fire, effectively. Extra constitution. Loads of stuff and extra constitution. More dexterity again. An extra dexterity. Do I want dexterity or do I want strength? I suppose I could swap these out as I want, but we'll put dexterity on him. He's got a repeating blaster rifle, which looks pretty neat. I don't think I have anything much similar to that. Maybe a plasma projector. Ah, yes, this is the thing that has minus attack modifiers, but does a whole lot of damage. Let's do that one. And he needs a decent sword. Maybe a like spinning blade or something. Or a vibro sword is decent. This is unstoppable. I like it more. And it gives finesse with his melee weapons. And I've given him extra stuff. He still can't get this. Wait a minute, what did I give him? I give him extra dexterity. So I can't get this because he needs blaster pistol. Ah, brilliant. But he does have this Arcanian blinders for the immunity versus fire and the stun fear and thing, which is really nice. So now this guy's pretty decked out, I gotta say. He has high dexterity. Even though, what's this? What's the 0 for? High dexterity, but oh, I know why it is. I know why it is. There was no point giving all that dexterity. It was there because of the heavy armor. Right, I know. I know. Okay, so we could always look. He can't. He will always have this. Oh dear, I screwed up on the dexterity thing, didn't I? I screwed up. How can I even see how what it does though? Wait a minute. Yeah, I know that's equipped. I just want to see what it does. Game. Yeah, he can't have a dexterity bonus. Oh my god. Screwed up. Screwed up. Yeah. I can't even like I can't see it here either because he's got it equipped. It's pretty irritating. I might redo this. Come back and you'll see a completely different character. Possibly. Yeah, I may well do that, honestly. May well do that. Alright, so anyway, I'll see you next time for more of this. Yeah, I gave him extra dexterity and he's wearing heavy armor so he can't really use it. Hooray for me. Have a look at the view before we go. Yep. There it is. It's nice. It's nice. Bit of variance from what we've had before. I like it. Alright then. I shall see you guys next time. And keep an eye on this. Because it might change. Toodaloo.